Boom! Back in the tube. Yeah. For another motivation session or inspiration. Inspiration or motivation. I think both are, there's not much difference in between. But yeah, there's difference between motivation and inspiration. But I mean, probably source from the same action, or it's not very different from each other. Meeting life with full presence and power. That's what we need. We need to put the ego aside. I saw some stuff this morning. Wow. We're still very much stuck, and especially inside the what you can call the truth, or people that are seeking truth on YouTube. From what I see, like people attacking each other a lot, and this is very. But this is what it is. It is what it is. The world is what it is. What you want to do? People, it's a mind game, and people let their ego. Now, there's a Truthicracy or Truthicracy 3. I don't know. That's his channel. He's accusing Santos of stealing his Taurus idea field thing. I don't know. To me, it's just information. Information should be available to share with everybody. I don't really get people that like to appropriate information to themselves. Like, or live and direct again. Live and direct sneeze attack. Boom! Teacher D, Jaja is calling. Yeah. Big up, Nessie. Jaja is calling. Don't wait for the recall. Now, many people are waiting for a recall or something. No, why wait for the recall? The awakening is now. It's now that we must wake up, not in. We have such. Sometimes I ask myself, what is it gonna take? What is it gonna take for us to start? I think the biggest start we can see is when the ego gets out the way, because now the ego is very much in the way. And hold on, I have to blow my nose. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna get started. I'm there. It's the morning, eh? You get me live and direct. Now we're back in winter, back in the snowstorm. Yesterday was like 12, 14 degrees outside. Now it's minus 12. So it changes very, very fast. Weather change very fast here. Yeah, so meeting life with full presence and power. I have my book here. We're gonna start. We're gonna learn stuff this morning. Yeah. As always, an affliction is stealing joy from the world's people, poisoning what was meant to be a divinely inspired experience of freedom. This is what we're supposed to have. Okay, a divinely inspired experience of freedom. It is a haunting absence from the present moment. Meeting life with full presence and power means you must be in the here and now. Being in the here and now is very big to me. At the beginning, I was seeing here and now as just like two words, be here and now. But no, I think there's many, many questions that come with the realization that here and now is more than just two words. It's also here and now is very much an actualization of yourself. That's what I find. Because if you're not present in the moment, how do you ever want to get in touch with yourself? Like, if you want to actualize yourself, it's very important to be in the here and now. Everybody will tell you that, not only me. Too many have checked out of their bodies and their lives. This is what happened. This is what's happening. People have checked out. People are indifferent, very, very indifferent, indifferent to themselves, indifferent to a lot of things. This is what I've gone. I've took humanity where it is now. It's because we have checked out, checked out our bodies, checked out our mind, checked out everything. We have let go of our responsibility, and as a whole, and now they control pretty much everything that we think. They control it because they know what you. They know that what you know is not the truth. So that's why they control your mind. They know that what you believe is BS. That's what they taught you. So they know, they're going to teach you what they want you to know. For sure. They are not attuned. So too many have checked out of their bodies and their life. They are not attuned to the energy and circumstances around them. Very, very important. Truman Show was great. Yeah, Truman Show yesterday with O'Neill was great, great. I loved it. One of the best Truman Show I probably ever had. I told him, I said, it's in my top 5. I said, I had a great, great time yesterday. A very articulate person, O'Neill. Yeah, very nice show yesterday. I agree with you, Nasri. So too many have checked out of their bodies and their life. They are not attuned to the energy and circumstances around them, nor do they understand their responsibility to those things in this very moment. It's to understand our responsibility. This is very important. This is why also probably we have checked out of a lot of stuff. We have checked out of even our responsibility towards life because we don't really know. We don't understand them. We don't understand our responsibility. This is the thing. This is why there's not more people taking their responsibility because we don't understand them. We think our responsibility is to work and pay our bills. That's our responsibility in society. That's how we portray it. We portray it as being something that has to do with paying bills and working and, take care of your children. But this is all in your own private life. For sure, you have to do it. You must show the way, especially to your children. This is a major turning point when you start telling your children the truth. They will get a total, they will not grow up with so much fear and hate and doubt, so much doubt about themselves, because this is what they want. They want us to doubt ourselves. So if you fall into the trap of the doubt trap, there's many trapped in Babylon. Be very careful. There's many trapped in Babylon. And if you fall in the doubt trap, you will doubt yourself all your life, thinking you cannot make it, thinking you cannot. But once you get in touch with this power that I keep explaining to you, there's a greater vibration invading your body. So everything will become much easier to figure out. Like things are becoming more easier to figure out once you're awake, once you're awakening, once you see a bigger. Because again, to some people, I might be asleep. To others, I might be awake. To others, it's all depends on your perspective of how you see me. I'm responsible for what I say here, but I'm not responsible for the way you understand or overstand what I say. It's your responsibility, but I'll be responsible for what I say. I know what's in my head. I know where I'm going. I know I'm not here to distract or to cause bad vibration. It's all good. It's all good. Great vibrations here. For sure, because I understand my responsibility. At one point, there comes a time in your life when you're like, okay, I have responsibility with my children, with my life, but the world. What about the world? There has to be someone coming along trying to do things to change something. So why not be part of it? You know, one person alone cannot really change the world, but is an essential component in the process that's happening to change the world. Every one of us acting towards a shift, a change in the awareness, or is really, really like you don't have to be very much. Also, you don't have to be on YouTube with your face on YouTube. You just it's vibrational. So just the vibration that you stop attaching to the overlay is very good. That's all we need. We need people to realize their responsibility and realize what we need to get out this mess also. It's possible to change the world. Today, I know it's possible because it's possible that I change myself. So if I change, the whole world can change. But it's going to take effort. It's going to take people overstanding their responsibility and their purpose and their but not everyone will make sense of their purpose in a lifetime or will find a purpose here. It's okay. It's okay. Not everyone has to make sense of a life during a lifetime. It will not happen anyway. There's some people that I don't know, they're comfortable in the comfort. They have little awe or reverence for the blessings around them, acting as they preferred to be somewhere else, as if they were mentally living in distant time zones. This is what we feel often with people. Often with people that escape reality, you feel like they're living in a distant time zone. Like you feel very distant from them. You don't feel a connection. It's hard to connect. It's hard to talk to them because they live in different time zones. Hours behind or ahead of the joyous thick and bliss of now. This is what takes people away from the reality. Is they're away from the bliss of now. They're away from the here and now. There's so much trapped behind or ahead or and that's life. If you don't design your life to be at ease with certain aspect of your life, you will be stressed by life a lot. Life will stress you out big time. Life will come and you come on. You can forget your whole existence just because you think you're taking your responsibility, paying your bills, working, and losing your mind in Babylon. Their life force thus seems detached and dissipated, their lives unaccounted for and unlived, their souls a world away. We can feel that from people. You know, people that have let go of their power and everything, you can so feel it. And as much as when you meet powerful people, you can see it also. You know, when you meet powerful people, people that have fire in their eyes, you can see it. That's clear. Nobody can really miss that. The fire in the eyes of the people. You know, when people have fire in their eyes or life in their eyes, you can see it. Everybody can sense that. And this is what attracts me is people with life, people with fire, people with yeah. The majority of humanity seems lost in the abyss of unawareness. Unawareness of who we are. Unawareness of a lot of things. Unawareness of the come on, we are so unaware, bamboozled, living dead, zombified. It is not even, people cannot even begin to imagine how much deep it goes. I'm sure you can all, if you have a lived it, you can sense it, you can know what I'm talking about. It's so you know, for my part, when I realized all this, I was like, whoa, whoa, What have I done all my life? Why I've never seen it? I was a bit mad at myself. I'm like, why didn't you ask yourself the question before? And I'm sure many of us feel that way also, that we should have asked question before, but for some reason we were so indoctrinated and so arrogant with life that we think we know everything. Yeah. So the majority of humanity seems lost in the abyss of unawareness. The hollow and glazed eyes of so many reveal it all. Minds trapped in the dark, unfeeling interlands of distraction and thoughtlessness. Thoughtlessness. That's what's happening. People don't think anymore. Thoughtlessness. We don't even take time to it's good at one point, I think, to make a pause and just sit in silence, unplug from all the distraction, the TV and all the stuff, and even internet. Even internet, it's very good to cut off some time to, take a break, unplug. I'm unplugging more and more for what it is of the internet. The internet, I'm going to unplug more and more because I find it's taking a lot of my energy and time also. And I want to bring that Motivation Academie over the top. So I'm talking mostly about Facebook. Facebook is taking a lot of my attention sometime. I ended up scrolling down, for nothing like everybody and just nonsense. And I realized it's all about ego. It's all about people inflating their ego. And it's all about if you have a business, you promote your business. If you're a musician, you promote yourself. It's like no one's really about the benefit of us all. Very few of us will come out on Facebook and start posting things for the benefit of us all, or try to wake up some souls, or I don't know. So it's a bit redundant at one point to be stuck in that kind of environment, because that comes and affect me also. Everything in your environment can have the potential to affect you. So no matter what, if I concentrate too much energy on non-relevant stuff in my life, that will become part of my reality. So I'm letting go of Facebook a lot lately, more and more. Maybe, I'll still, like, I'm talking more about quotes and stuff. I don't know. Sometimes I go by wave. It's like I do it for myself also, and it's not something I necessarily do for others. So I do it for myself it's like here, like coming here when I talk here, when I come and do my talk here. It's yes, I love. Yeah, thanks, Abby. I see her there. Big up, Abby. Thanks for your message, Abby. Daddy, if you want to achieve that on Facebook, then go ahead and do it. Yeah, I don't know Facebook. I'm kind of a bit off of Facebook, but sometimes I just drown my little voice, and I'm saying, okay, it's social media. It's another way to connect. It's not like YouTube, but it's good. It's a good tool. I don't know. Sometimes it's just maybe my negative state of mind that see it as something that is annoying. But also, if it wouldn't be a Facebook, I wouldn't have the network I have today. So I should be grateful. I should not be. But listen, I'm human, like all of you. I have feelings. So I come and express them live on top of it. So I should be grateful for Facebook instead of trashing it all the time. But it's hard not to trash it. It's I don't know. I find it's redundant sometimes. They are not sleeping, but they are not conscious, alert, purposeful. They are buzzed out on coffee, but without awareness, there is no real center of energy, no grounding, no vibrant feel for the now. This is what we have to find back, is the vibrant feel for the now. Once we get in touch with that vibrant feeling for the here and now, It's gone. It's gone. You don't need no more nothing else to support your energy or to give you that vitality that you need to go on after your stuff. You're gonna find it once you find that. Once you become conscious and alert and purposeful, your whole life changes. You have a much more vibrant feeling for the here and now, for the now. Life is not meant to be a long series of unfelt and undirected experience. That many of us, that's what we have. We have unfelt and undirected experience. Many of us. We are not to be zombies and slaves, unconscious animals trapped in dumbness to the moment, leading mindless and powerless lives. We are not intended to be inattentive to our loved ones or and the duty of life or the dream in our hearts. The duty of life, so important, the duty of life. But so many of us have let go of the duty of life. It's like it's me, me, me. What matters is me, me, me. My little life, my little happiness, my little, and the duty of life, and all this, even the duty to the dream in our hearts, even that is gone. The dreams are gone. The duties completely indifferent, turned like zombies. Basically, that's what we are being turned in. Zombie living dead with no dreams. I'm victim of a world that doesn't want to dream anymore. Sometimes I feel awkward because I'm working on a dream. Isn't it totally inverted, this world? Sometimes I feel weird. I feel like really out of the norm because I'm working on a dream. I'm working on something. So it makes you feel an outcast, or because everybody is living dead, zombified, and accepting the default state. So anyway, me, I'm allergic to average, for sure. I'm not going to settle for average no more. No more in my life will I settle for crumbs or average, or no more. I can meet life with full presence and power. It's a matter of choice. Also, all about you taking the choice to move out your comfort zone and meet life with full presence and power. Full presence meaning here and now. You're not ahead or behind. You're here and now. And this is what makes you feel much more alive once you. Anyway, to me, it's clear. But should we wish to be free and alive with full power, we must decide to bring the full might of our conscious mind to the present experience. We must choose to feel again. We must sense this life. We must sense this life. This is what also is preventing us from getting in touch with reality, is we don't sense life anymore. We cannot sense what's real. We cannot sense what's fake. But what's fake, we sense it. Yeah, because we are all fake. Everything is fake, so we sense it. We know what's fake. We like to be fake. We crave to be fake. We're craving to be fake in a society like today. Everything is becoming so fake. Even the food is fake. People are fake. The weather is fake. Everything is fake. They fake everything. So if you're not aware of what's fake or what's not, you will probably end up fake you too. Because it's full of fakeness around, full of lies, full of stuff to keep you low consciousness, low vibration, and low consciousness. And sometimes, even the people around you will try to keep you down and not rise your vibration too much because you're affecting their reality. Often I have people around me that, yeah, I speak my mind, but sometimes it's too much for them. Like you can tell by their actions that they don't want you around anymore. It's clear. I can see that. There's people, the action speaks louder than words. So sometimes you don't even need to talk to know what the person mean. And if you have too much of a radiate too much, vibration, high vibration, it comes and interfere with their field of low vibration, of low consciousness, and to see you around with higher vibration, higher consciousness, it kinds of bother them. It bothers them, and yeah, they're just gonna ignore you at one point because yeah, this is what we have become. We cannot sense what's real. So if anytime that someone real comes along and they give us some kind of teaching, or not teaching but enlightenment or something, we're gonna refuse it. We're gonna put it aside and say, oh no, the ego kicks in. That's where the ego kicks in. Ego is gonna prevent us from important is what is the ego also. Talking about the ego here, it's important to recognize what I mean by ego and recognize your own, how many layers of ego do you have, how thick it is, how thick your layer of ego are, to be able to put them down one by one. One by one, you put the layers down. You become more and more of yourself, of your true, what you came to do here, yourself. You become yourself more and more. All of life accessed, can be accessed only now. All we seek is here with us and available to us in this moment. That's why I say you cannot underestimate the power of planting seeds, because it's happening now. It's in this moment. So every seed that we plant, every people that we meet, that we tell them a bit more about the reality, like you don't have to freak out and start filling their heads with all kinds of stuff. Go easy, because it's a big shock at first. I think a good starting point is the flat Earth, the Earth. The Earth not being what they say, shapeless flat Earth. All we seek is here with us and available to us in this moment. All the real riches, love, passion, joy, satisfaction, harmony, and are available now on the menu of the mind. On the menu of the mind. It's all in the mind. Available for us to savor should we awake and order them. You must awake. There's nothing that's going to come and fall on you. You're born dead with life. You're born dead with life. Put that through your head. Listen to this, then put this through your head, that you're born dead with life. So if you don't wake up, if you don't realize you have life and you have a life to live, you will pass your whole life dead with life. Your whole life. Some people go life all life, and they die very, very young, and they're buried later, and because they have never met life with full presence and power, with all their mighty power and divine power that they have, that they can offer. But for some reason, they have chosen the half experience life. And even the half experience, often the experience that they have is very subtle. It's experiencing stuff in the comfort zone, never really reaching too much out of the comfort zone. So all that we seek to become is also here. We can choose what role we want to play and how we will direct life's energy in each moment. In each and every moment, you can choose where you put your energy, what you're going to do with your energy. It's very important to manage all this, manage your energy, and also make a stock of your energy. This is what I do often. It's like you're like a battery. We are really like batteries. That's why when you go to prison, they put you into a cell. It's because you're a battery. So it's very important to constantly recharge the battery and keep energy inside. Don't waste all your energy one shot. Me, that's what I do. I constantly refuel the battery with good food, with good electrical food, with something that keeps me vibrant and alive. And because do you think if I would be on beer, pizza, poutine, and soft drink, that I would be here on YouTube? Probably not. There's a guy yesterday left a nice message on the Truman Show, and he said, "Your thoughts are very clear, man. You have a very good vision of reality." He said, "Do you meditate? Do you do anything special?" I said, "I eat properly, and I think a lot. I use my head to think. I've been given a brain to use it, so I use it and I think and I make sense of reality, and that's it. But I also do a lot of introspection, and I said I go live on YouTube. Go live on YouTube to come and reflect with you, or either it's outside or." It's just either I come and do it on YouTube or I do it on my own. But yeah, for sure, I have no distraction around me. So my energy, my focus is very canalized at the right, on the right stuff, because I know today I've been like, not that I wasted my time, but I put a lot of energy into distractions in the past, especially hockey. I was big on the Montreal Canadian, and I was following everything. I was going to the Bell Center six times a year, maybe. Every month I was at the Bell Center, and yeah, going in the crowd with the flags, and I was big fan of the Montreal Canadian. But imagine I've let go of all this. I've let go of all this because I realized it was there to manipulate my mind and keep me away from. These are for the masses, to entertain the masses. That's what it is for, to keep us away from realizing who we are, actualizing ourselves in the world. This is all there for that. So the moment I pulled the plug from those distractions, it was the now I had time for myself to start thinking, to start doing something for my life that would be worthwhile. Anything that's worth doing is worth doing badly until you get it right. That's what I'm doing here. So, should we learn to direct our awareness and power in all we do? Then discontent shall disappear and a vital energy will return. A vital energy will return. A very vital energy will return the moment we start shining the light, shining the light, and you know the discontent and the vitality will return. The vitality will return. Most of it, the vitality will return. We will sense a vibrancy unfathomable to most men and women of this earth. This is important. This is what I say all the time. We will sense a vibrancy unfathomable to most men and women of this earth. For this, yeah, we should meet life with full presence and power. This is what we have. Most people, even what I say here, for those who have never experienced that higher vibration, will be like, hey, what is he talking about? But no, the moment you start, I tell you, the moment just working on something, just working on a dream, on something that's gonna keep you busy, not super busy that you have no time to think, but busy enough to realize that you have a life to live. You have a life to live, and you should be busy doing that others people life work. It's good to have a job. Yeah, for sure. We all need to work, but we also need to work on ourselves. This is the most important things. And this is what they don't want you to do because they keep you busy, 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 busy. So the moment you realize in what kind of trap you're in, and you start to, either you during your working hours, me at my job when I was working, I had a lot of time for myself. I could work on a lot of stuff. I had a lot of time off during the work, like I was there 12 hours long, but I was working hard, maybe 3 hours in there. So the rest of the time was basically watching the machines and watching the rolls get made for 2 3 hours straight. The machine runs, everything is good, so you have a lot of times on your hand. So I could have taken even that time to start working on something, but no, I was too distracted, wasting my time on the Candy Crush or other stuff that was very unrelevant. Today I realized what was keeping me away, what kind of distraction was keeping me away from actualizing myself in the world. This is what, but this is what it's made for also, and they know the masses will fall for that. That's why they do, and it's planned this way. If you think that the distractions and the sports and all the stuff you see to distract people, it's not created to. We are in a society of massive. It's a it's a it's an era of massive distraction, and we have never been so distracted. So this is what keeps a lot of us away from reaching out to our full potential, or at least trying to get in touch with it. Just starving. Get back your own mind. It's not okay. You might not get it. You might not get your old dream the way you want it, but at least you'll get your mind back. It's a if you don't get like if you don't get your dream, at least you'll get your mind back. I think just that is very worth it to start working on something, to just owning your time, own your time, own your life, own the moment, owning the moment. Well, what does it mean to own the moment? Means being responsible and owning your life and doing your life work, and owning the moment is be here and now. It's not anybody can own the moment. It's not something impossible. We can all become what we want if we put the effort, but many people, that's the thing also, that there's no effort involved. We think that everything is going to come to us very easily, and we are trained this way to believe that it's going to be easy, when in fact it's always very painful in the beginning. It gets easier as you go on, but it's for sure it's a journey. Life is a journey that can be painful for many people if you don't take control of your mind, if you don't take control of your action and your behavior and everything. If you don't take control of your life, it's going to be probably going to be rough here. But you know, Leslie is back. Big up. No, this is it. So the F experience life. So much of our life goes unnoticed. So much of our lives goes unnoticed. We miss the sunrise and sunsets. We don't sense how we're feeling for hours and often days at a time. We didn't see the kind stranger help the elderly man cross the street. We missed that appreciated smile of our spouse's face. We didn't sense our coworker's desperation because we never paused to look in the eye or ask about her day. This is how, we have people around us sometimes that we all have stories. We all have stories. We all have things that have happened to us. And, we all have stories. But the truth in all this is we have become so indifferent that even your story, 80% don't care and 20% are glad that it happened to you. So that's at the point we are indifferent, and sensing again. This is the most thing here, is to be able to meet life with full presence and power. We must start sensing again. We have lost the sense stuff that are natural inside of us. Natural, but for some reason we always dim that light, dim the light, dim the light, dim the light until the light is gone. But the light is, the flame is there in each and every one of us. Some might have a very low flame, some have a big flame inside. But it's all there. It's a matter of, make it, can't keep it inside. The flame will not stay alive inside. It's gotta come out also. It's gotta breathe oxygen. The fire needs oxygen to burn. The same thing with the flame you have inside. If your flame inside just stay inside, it's gonna die. It's gotta come out. It's gotta come out of yourself. You gotta come out with the light. You gotta shine your light. If not, it will die inside of you. It's called spiritual suicide or mental suicide or life suicide. Or anyway, there's a lot of stuff that can come and prevent us from even realizing we're missing a lot in our lives. A lot of stuff goes unnoticed. A lot of stuff we do unconsciously. Anyway, most of the things you do every day will be unconscious. Will be unconscious. Will be stuff you just repeat day after day, unconsciously doing it. So being in the here and now will give you back your power also to become conscious in the moment and appreciate what you're doing, appreciate what you eat, appreciate what you drink, every sip, every breath you take. You're thankful for everything, you're grateful for everything. This is what we must re-become. We must start to sense again, start sensing life again. We have stopped sensing, we have stopped caring, we have stopped experiencing, we have stopped everything. And now we're living dead and zombified. So it's to reconnect with life, reconnect with life. If you are not reconnecting with life or you're far from a connection that is greater, your life is bigger than your life. So no matter what kind of life you live, life is bigger and there's always something worth it outside to go get, to not only to go get, but to give. It's about giving also, but a lot of people are in ego and think that things has to belong to. We have become very arrogant. This is what arrogant with our lives, arrogant with the people around us. We don't even talk to each other. I go to the grocery store. Nobody, no, on the way there, I'll meet all kinds of people, but nobody will talk to me. Nobody will say hi. Nobody will. It's like and meeting me, I always put a smile. I put a smile. I'm going to be the one saying hi because I want to show, I'm here to experience. And I find these interaction often on the street, like when you go take a walk and you just say hi to someone, it makes you feel good. Makes you feel good. It makes you feel more human, more connected. Like just saying hi to a stranger in the street, just talking to a stranger in the street. Me, I love this. I love interaction with people. That's what makes me feel alive. I'm sure everybody is like that. I love people. I love people for sure. I love to exchange with people. I love life. So I love everything that has life. And come on, we are such a wonderful people. Come on, for sure. When I get with, there is nothing more. The divinity and the inspiration I have and the drive. We all have it. I'm not different than anybody else. I just maybe have different way to come around and find solution to bring it on. But I'm not very much different than anybody. So it's just a continuous work on you continuously. Every time you get up in the morning, you have the possibility to make this day very wonderful. Yeah, that can be your best day of your life if you decide to. That can be the day where you start making change in your life, changing your habit, change your ways, because that's what we need. We will not go anywhere unless we change our habit and our ways altogether. We must change our ways. That's for sure. We will go nowhere if we don't change our ways. So we know what we have to change. The worst is we know. The worst is we know. The worst is we know, and we're being so hypocrite and arrogant that we're rejecting everything and we're rejecting the truth, rejecting who we are. But we know everything. We know everything deep down inside. All this stuff I'm telling you, you know all this. You know all this by nature. It's natural. It's not something that you learn in school. It's natural stuff. I'm just talking with the reality here. It's nothing very extravagant. It's reality, but now it's considered a bit out of norm because everybody is so misguided, misled. Everybody is misled because they listen to the hype. They listen to the hype of the magician of Babylon. That's what they do. So a lot of people will only half experience life, and sometimes, half experience because they're still here living, but they're not. They're just existing. Like they're not living, they're existing. A lot of people just exist. A lot of people just exist and go on with their job, and they think that this is life and that is all there is, and that life has nothing more to offer. This is the thing. Also, we think we get contented with often with crumbs, and we think life doesn't have much more to offer. But life has a lot to offer to the ones who wants to go out and get it. Great things comes to those who hustle and work their ass off. If you don't work your ass off, you'll end up with crumbs for sure. This is a wild world. It shouldn't be that way, but that's the way it is. So you take it or it's take it or leave. That's the way the world is, and we cannot change it overnight. So we have to deal with it and stay motivated. Stay motivated. We're all under trauma. I understand. I'm under trauma myself. But what am I going to do? Let myself go down the path of retardation because everyone has abdicated, signed out of their bodies and their soul, and I'm going to make the rest of my life a very miserable hell. And no, no. I'm going to rise. I'm going to rise. I'm going to shine the light. I'm going to try to make a change, to be the change, to create a shift. Then vitality comes back, and it's a new discovery every day. Every day it's something new. It's something more. It's something different that you can do to elevate, elevate constantly. So he's out, and he will be back later on. It was nice this morning. Great vibe. Great vibe. I always like those chat with you guys, and we keep on keeping on. We stay better days are coming. Stay positive. Stay uplifted. Stay true. Stay. Don't let yourself go down the path of retardation with the other sheep. You don't need to sign out of your body and sign out of your soul and abdicate. Take your responsibility. Take ownership for your life. Take ownership for your life once and for all. Very important. Take ownership and go at it and just do the rest of your life, the best of your life. From now on, you can do that. That's what I decided to do the best of my life, the rest of my life, the best of my life. And I can do that from the moment I decide to do it. If we don't take decision, your destiny is shaped in your moment of decision. So if you don't take decision, nothing will ever happen. So we have to keep taking decision and risk and be bold and be bold in your adventure, be bold in everything that you do. That's the key. And go at it nonstop every day. So I love you all. It was a very divine moment again. I like them all. They're all recorded on top of it, so it's perfect. People can see it after. But it's great. It's great. It's a great moment to share our inspiration, and that's what we're doing. And I'm very, very proud. It's not false pride, but it's a good pride to see what we have become. What we have become. Not me. No man is an island, but to see what we have become and to see the message I speak here and to see that many people viewing it live and in the chat. And that tells me we want to wake up. We want a change. It's not because we are animals and that we cannot they portray us as animals. We're not animals, but we don't have to accept the role that they give us. We can step out of this and take responsibility for life. That's what I mean. Is we don't have to necessarily follow into the footstep of others. We can take our own path and leave a trail. Don't go where the path may lead, but go where there's no path and leave a trail. That's what you got to do. And rise and shine every day of your life. Yeah. Live your dreams. He's out.